Welcome to Life's Rich Tapestry, a podcast exploring the narrative of people's layered lives. Listen in on courageous conversations spoken from the heart. Gain insight into another's life as we tackle compelling topics which will expand your mind, help you gain perspective, and might even inspire you to do things differently. My name is Evelyn, and I look forward to your company. And welcome to another episode of Life's Rich Tapestry. I am so excited and delighted to have two of my favorite young up-and-coming singers. We have Tessa and Rory, and they are here today, and I'd love to hear their story. I've known them for a few years. I don't really know. I do know their story, but not all of it. First, let's introduce Tessa.
I'm Tessa. I'm 16, in year 11 in Katoomba.
Okay. And Rory, how old are you now?
19.
You're 19.
Yes, almost 20.
So how long have you guys been singing?
Since we were...
Very little.
Yeah, I don't know. For a very long time, since we were in the car singing together.
Singing together. And why is that?
We have a very musical family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my mum likes to teach us really annoying songs to sing in the car.
On road trips.
Yeah. Green grew the rushes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you started really young?
Really young, just for fun when
Just
we
for
were
fun.
little.
Yeah.
And did your mom say, you guys are pretty good, I'm going to put you into choir lessons or anything like that?
Not
we
really.
We did choir.
Yeah, but that's because our auntie...
Was the choir director.
so we just joined for her.
We just started singing together just for fun, and then I think we did a performance at the Upper Mountains Choral Festival held at Katoomba Public School, I think it was at the time.
And did we do it with our cousin then?
Yeah, we did it with our cousin Magnus, who is 6 months older than Tessa.
Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, how old were you at the time when you guys kind of got together?
How old were we?
I think I was about 11.
No, I think you were younger than that when we
Yeah.
performed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was very young. Well, it was relatively young. I think Tessa was maybe 9,
Yeah.
I would say.
But you guys formed a little group together. I know that you and Magnus, and you did perform a little bit, is that correct?
Yeah, we did.
We were called Breathing Underwater.
Yeah. And
We didn't come up with that name. It's our
No,
parents.
I think it's just because we used to do swimming.
It was.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But we used to sing together quite frequently. We did lots of gigs before the pandemic. I think in 2017.
Yeah.
I feel like that was our best year
Yeah.
because we did
Okay.
gigs all the time,
And then
every
I think
weekend.
we stopped
Yeah.
2019 probably.
Yeah.
And sorry, when you did gigs, do you do it just around in the local area, or did you actually go somewhere far?
Not too far.
No.
Well, actually, our furthest one was China, but that was just because we were on a cruise ship and there was an open mic. So
we did it.
yeah, but we just mainly did it in the Blue Mountains and then some gigs in Sydney.
Okay.
And then
And then some festivals around.
yeah, I had some gigs. I think I did one at Illawarra Folk Fest, and Tessa and Magnus joined me for some of the songs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how like someone who's listening to this program now and is quite young and saying, "Oh God, they sound really young." How do I do that?
You just I have no
I
idea.
I think you just have to email lots of people.
You
and ask
email
them.
and you just hope for the best.
That's what we've emailed a lot of people.
We spend a while emailing, and it's quite boring.
I know.
But we just look up places that
Do gigs. Live music
have live
venues.
music.
Have live music,
Yeah.
and you obviously send them
We send them a link to our my website that
and
has
then our Instagram.
and we post videos of us singing, and they see them, and
So then we have some people who reach out to us from previous gigs.
as well.
Ask us to do new ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the main thing: posting things on social media, and then reaching out to people and taking lots of opportunities, because the more experience you have, the more people want to book you.
Of course.
Yeah.
And as a singer, do you constantly have to train? Do you take lessons, or?
I think I did lessons for a year, I think.
So
Yeah, roughly. And then Rory did them
for
Aurora.
not
for not that long at all.
Not that long.
But our
But
our auntie used to be a singing teacher.
Yeah, I think she would just kind of coach us, which was good.
Yeah.
But I think the best thing for us, at least, probably it's a good idea to have singing lessons, but it was also really good just to practice all the time. Because if we just practice all the time, we'll get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get more confident too
exactly.
in front of people.
Yeah.
Do you think singing, because, some people think, oh, I'm a pretty good singer.
Yeah.
But what does it take to be a good singer or to sing in front of an audience?
I think it really just takes practice.
Yeah, I think it definitely takes practice because the more you do it, the more you're comfortable with it and the more people want to watch you.
Yeah, and the easier it becomes. If you look like you know what you're doing, then people will believe that you know what you're doing. So that's what we usually do.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Sometimes
That's right.
if they're not rehearsed enough, we just call it a paid rehearsal.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Oh, okay, just hope for the best.
But that's
Okay.
only when not many people are watching.
Yeah.
Because we've had many gigs when there hasn't been anyone in the audience because it's been too cold and the venue's outside or something like that, which is sometimes bad but kind of okay for us.
It's just easy.
Yeah, then it's just easy. And it's just good to get any sort of experience.
Yeah. Does that, when you do a gig and there's not many people out there, does that make you feel bad or perform
really.
less or no?
No, I think it's sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
a good practice.
Yeah. You
And-
still get paid for it, so.
And our mum's usually there, so we
There's
entertain
somebody
her.
That's lovely. One more, another question is River Lee. How did you come up with that name?
Oh, because our dad's last name is Lee, and so our middle name, name, before our last name, McKay, is Lee.
So Rory's Chinese name is Ling Li and mine's Jolly.
Yeah. So, and also there's the Li River in China,
Okay.
and river is just a pretty word, so we
just thought the River
Lee.
The River Lee.
pretty.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty.
pretty. It works. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to be River Lee forever.
Yeah, probably.
It matches I think it matches the vibe of our songs. Yeah.
And what genre would you say your songs are?
Indie
folk pop.
pop, I would say.
Indie folk pop.
But more like indie folk
Yeah.
than pop.
Yeah.
But occasionally pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that you've written a song, and you've written a song together, or how? Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote the song as a duet for
Yeah.
Tessa and I, but it was about our experience,
Yeah.
Your experience.
our shared experience.
Shared experience.
Yeah,
of-
about Nana dying. Yeah.
Okay.
Which was quite a few years ago now.
Well, I think it
Okay.
was almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you just recently wrote the song then?
Oh, it's not recent.
no.
I think I wrote it 2 years ago, maybe. Do you
Yeah.
think? Tessa and I have a tradition of every June, which is when our Nana died, we read each other our poems and we sing each other our songs
And read the dramatic diary entries and all the short stories we wrote.
about the time. And we have a good old cry.
And lots of crying.
Yeah, it lasts quite a long time.
It's
We
always
have to-
on...
Yeah, it's always on her death date or around then.
Yeah.
And we always have to kind of set aside the night to do it because we know we won't be able to do anything else.
And then we make
But
lemon
it's-
dumplings,
Yeah,
which
which
are our
is
favourite.
Yeah, and we had that on the little. It wasn't a pamphlet. It was
the
a
memorial
bookmark.
card.
the memorial
Yeah.
card, which was a bookmark.
We had the recipe.
Yeah, so we used that bookmark to make her lemon dumplings, and we have a cry. So I think about 2 years ago, we were just crying as we usually do, and we were sitting in front of the fireplace just eating our lemon dumplings. And I said, "Isn't it funny how we always cry about her, and we always remember her in June?
Because that's just so funny.
It's hilarious, really."
Okay. And so
It's
you,
not
so
funny.
you wrote
Yeah.
this song.
Yeah.
So you wrote this song. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? We're going to play it right now. And then afterwards we'll talk a little bit about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Walking down the corridors and meeting in the parking lot, it felt like the finish line of a maze. Sipping on some salty soup and wishing we could get to you. The end felt like coming out of a daze. And we waited day after day, and I just hated that you did. falling asleep to the sound of machines. It all seemed like some sickening dream that you'd read in a book. The little pictures we hung on the wall to hide from the feeling that you'd grown so small. Sometimes it hurt to look. And we waited day after day, and I just hated that you didn't stay. And in June, I'll always remember you. And in June, I'll feel lucky that I loved you. And we'd whisper to ourselves that it wouldn't happen, 'cause how could it happen? And we'd cry into the night, promised each other that it would be alright. And look where we are now. And in June, I'll always remember you. And in June, I'll feel lucky that I loved you. And in June, I'll always remember you. Always in June, I'll feel lucky that I loved you.
Wow, I love that song. That was amazing.
Thank you for the applause.
Thank you. So you've been inspired by this event.
Yes.
So how do you come together with the words, or did you actually work with Tessa on the words, or you just came up with it and you thought, I'm going to write it to include my
Yeah.
sister in it?
Yeah, well, it was just about our shared experience of just losing our nana and
Yeah.
like staying in the hospital and stuff like that. I feel like when I really know something, if you write anything like an essay or something, if you really know the topic well enough, it's easy to write. So I definitely knew that experience very well. So it came pretty easily. And sometimes if I think of like one line, it will inspire the whole song and it will just flow out.
Flow from there.
Yeah.
And how does the music work? Like, how do you figure out, how to weave in the music?
I usually just start with some chords, hope for the best, and I end up with something.
It's a lot of hoping.
And it's a lot of
for the best.
It's a lot of coming into Tessa's room and saying, Tessa, can you listen to this song that I just wrote? Can you listen to this verse I just wrote? And Tessa sometimes
time.
often says, Rory, not now.
Rory, I'm in the middle of watching TV.
And I say, Tessa, can I just show you this one little thing?
Okay, again.
Yeah. So it's a lot of that. And then Tessa saying, that's good.
Yeah,
Or,
I like this part better. You should use this instead.
yeah.
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 Okay.
Because
And then me going back and
she often
trying.
gives me two options and I have to choose which I like better.
Yeah, that's true.
She does that a
Two
lot.
lines.
She did that today, I think.
Yeah, I do
okay.
that all the time.
So Tessa, do you write music as well?
I do,
or-
a little
okay.
bit. Not as much as Rory though, because I find it harder to finish writing songs.
But that's just her ADHD
Because I
brain.
have I have ADHD, and I find it really hard to finish anything. It's not just songs;
Okay.
it's just things in general.
Yeah, but she's good when she actually does it.
Yeah.
She's really good. Yeah.
You're only
love her
16
songs.
though,
Yeah,
so
you
it's
have
no pressure.
You have such a huge life to
Yeah.
write songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so much time.
So Rory, you're going to school now?
Yeah, I'm going to school at the
Conservatorium.
Sydney
Music.
Conservatorium of Music. Yeah.
Fantastic. And are you studying a particular path or?
Yeah, I'm studying contemporary music practice, which is performance and production and songwriting.
Do you prefer to sing together or do you prefer to sing on your own?
I think I like singing together.
Yeah, I think it's more fun to sing together and it's more fun to do gigs, definitely,
Yeah.
together because
Yeah.
it's easier to talk to the audience when you have someone else to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more like
Yeah.
a conversation instead of just telling people what's happening next.
And it's easy to make mistakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Cover it up when there's two people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I also like how the focus isn't just directly on
Yeah.
me when I'm performing with Tessa. It's both of us. It takes the pressure off a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just more fun, and it's more fun going to gigs and
Together. Yeah.
Yeah, and then getting free food afterwards a lot of the time, and just
How is the Australian gig sort of season now, or is it easy to get gigs now?
Well,
after,
I think it's definitely ramping up after COVID.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of people have reached out and said we're getting more gigs now that lockdown and COVID is kind of over, or like we're getting out of it now. So
Yeah.
So we've been having quite a few more gigs
We have
now.
a few more gigs now. It's good.
And we have quite a few coming up as well, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your next gig coming up?
Our next gig is on the 6th of May, and it's the Makers Market in Katoomba, I'm pretty sure. And then that night we have another gig at the Bowery.
Do you perform on your own, or is there another band that performs with you, or is it just you?
It's
two?
just us.
It's usually just us.
Yeah, I play
Okay.
guitar and Tessa plays piano.
Yeah. And then
And we sing.
Okay. And do you sing your own stuff, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do
okay.
a mix of covers and originals.
Yeah. Some of
Okay.
Tessa's songs, some of mine.
Yeah. Some of our ones together.
Yeah.
It's only one so far.
We have one song that we've written together. But
Okay. Oh,
we'll hopefully have more soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys seem pretty close because a lot of sisters aren't really that close. So
Yeah.
We're very, very close.
We're very lucky
We're best friends.
Yeah. We're very, very lucky to be besties.
Yeah.
yeah, and because you're 3 years apart, is that
Yeah.
correct?
We're 3 years apart.
But it doesn't feel like it.
And also, it doesn't really look like it.
No. People think we're twins a lot. So.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a gig. We had 2 gigs over the weekend at a music festival, and we were performing together. And afterwards, so many people came up to us and said, "Oh, are you guys twins?"
Oh, that's so funny.
said no.
Don't look that similar at all.
Look like, I don't think we look kind of similar, but not like
It's just
twins.
our mannerisms
No,
are kind
no.
of exactly the
I
same.
think it's just because we speak over the top of each other.
Yeah, and
like
you
twins.
finish each other's
We definitely
sentences.
do, which we try to.
we try not to do in gigs.
Yeah, we
because
try not to do in gigs because we were
It's so
actually
chaotic.
We were rehearsing the other day for our gig, and I said, "Okay, Tessa, we have to try not to talk over each other because it's only we can understand that."
Right. Yeah.
So we made a rule that if one of us starts speaking, the other one has to stop speaking. But we didn't follow that rule.
It's very hard to follow.
I know.
Yeah.
We just have lots to say.
But I
so-
think it's entertaining though. I hope it's entertaining for other
I think
people.
people were laughing.
They were
about
laughing
it.
at the chaos, I think.
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
is funny because when I look at you guys, your hands, people can't see this in the podcast, but your hands are all over the place too. So,
Funny.
so I know you come sort of from a non-traditional family. Can you
Yes.
kind of explain that?
Yes, we definitely do. I think Tessa was on a flight the other day, and she was
yeah.
talking to someone about it.
I was actually. It was very funny because he was a GP and he was asking me about my life, and I told him about my family because he was asking me about what mental health was like at my school and all these things and how families work and like how that affects children. We were raised by a single mother.
Yes.
Our mum.
Single
and then
lesbian
single
mother.
lesbian mother, and then we had
We have a donor dad.
a donor dad who we still see.
Yeah.
And he lives with part-time. So
Yeah, we're much more in contact with him now. We have been.
we've always been in contact.
We've always been in contact with him, but we just see him more frequently
Yeah,
now, which is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really I appreciate that we were raised by a single mom.
Yeah, I think
We
it was,
love Baba, but
yeah.
I just feel like she's a good mother.
I feel
she
like
knows
it was-
what she's doing.
I feel like it was really good because it was very consistent.
Yeah, she's very stable. She
yeah.
is very stable. And she just knows what she's doing. She did her research.
Yeah.
Can I say?
And as far as doing her research, did she know, as far as a donor goes, did she decide she wanted to pick a friend, or how did that work?
She had friends who had a donor dad. I'm not sure how they met him, but their donor dad their donor was our dad's partner. So they just, I think, all hung out one day, and then my mum was like, "Oh, I want to."
I don't know how it
I'm not
works.
sure how the logistics.
No. But that's what happened.
Yeah, basically.
Because he wanted kids as well, but
Mum, yeah,
he was happy to not be an active parent.
yeah. Except he ended up being,
Yeah, he is.
yeah, much more involved. But yeah, Mum did. She knew she wanted to find a donor, and she had considered a couple of other options. But we're really happy that we have our father as our donor dad.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's
and
just a good dad too.
the man on the plane said, "Oh, it's so funny how you have such a non-traditional family, but you still seem well raised." And I told my mum that.
so.
She felt very complimented.
Yeah.
No, that is really interesting because people can't see you, but they will if they check out your Instagram, because you are half Chinese.
Yeah, yeah.
You're half Chinese as well. So,
yes.
Yeah.
so your donor dad was Chinese.
He came to Australia when he was 21.
21 or 22, something like that. Yeah, and he's been living here ever since. Yeah.
And when did he get involved in your life, or was he always kind of
He was
involved a little
always-
bit?
Always
involved.
he always just visited us, and we
we'd
did
visit
family
him.
type of things.
Yeah.
Christmas and all of the other celebrations, whatever they are. Yeah, we definitely see him so much more now.
Yeah.
Over the last few years.
Okay.
And I think that's because I started learning Chinese in high school. I mean, that definitely had something to do with it. And he speaks Chinese, and he is a Chinese teacher as well. Well, he's an English teacher, but also a Chinese teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what does the future hold for you two right now?
Well, Tessa's going to France, so not a lot in terms of gigs.
I'm doing an exchange in August.
Yeah.
To France for 5 months, so it'll probably quiet down with the gigs.
Yeah.
For us at least. Not for
Yeah,
you.
but probably beforehand. I mean, definitely beforehand we'll do a lot more. And then Tessa will go, and then we'll just resume when she comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Do you perform on your own, Rory?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't so much lately because I've been doing stuff with Tessa, but when she goes, I'll definitely do stuff on my own.
Yeah.
I perform as Aurora Lee.
So where do you see yourself in maybe 5 to 6 years' time?
Well, I see myself as an au pair.
Yeah, Tessa wants to go back to France, but we'll
But
probably
it depends.
We'll definitely
She'll
still
have-
be.
We'll be doing lots of things together.
Yeah,
so.
Tessa has so many passions.
Yeah, I have a lot of things I want to do, but Rory will be pursuing music.
Definitely.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll definitely have music released.
Yeah.
We were thinking of in the future, not now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
A tour
Oh, yeah.
overseas, because that would be fun.
Yeah.
And we like traveling, so
Yeah.
may as well
good.
pick up a few gigs while we're there.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
God, I'm so excited for your future. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with me today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Thank you so much for your company. Please tune in next week to Life's Rich Tapestry, where you will hear another courageous conversation spoken from the heart.